What's up, college football fans? Don't forget to check out and order your copy of Stiff Arming Football Myths, our latest football game plan book. So go on our website at footballgameplan.com/books and get your copy. We have these available in paperback as well as in PDF form. Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our college football Week 1 preview between the Sam Houston State Bearkats and the Eastern Washington Eagles. Now let's take a look at both teams in this matchup, starting with Sam Houston State.
New head coach Casey Keeler takes over a Bearcat program that has been an outstanding football team the last 3 seasons. Offensively speaking, they lose a ton with Brian Bell, Tim Flanders, and Richard Sincere all gone, but they do have 4 starters returning along the offensive line, which was arguably the best in the Southland Conference last year. Keep an eye on running back Keyshawn Hill, who will finally get his chance as a starter and will prove to be an excellent running back this year for the Bearcats. Quarterback is where you can have the biggest question mark for this offense. Sophomore Jarrett Johnson will get first crack at the job, and we'll see if he can balance out the offense with the passing game. Defensively, getting back defensive tackle Gary Lawrence is huge for this team. Lawrence is a difference maker up front and will be asked to lead a defense that only has 3 returning starters. The linebacking core, in my opinion, is where they are most inexperienced, and that second level will get tested this week versus Eastern Washington. The Eagles are replacing some players on both sides of the ball, but are still a very dangerous football team entering the season. Now, offensively speaking, the nucleus is still intact with sensational quarterback Vernon Adams and freshman All-American wide receiver Cooper Kupp, who won the Jerry Rice Award last year as the nation's top freshman receiver in the FCS. Both Corey Mitchell and Shaq Hill were also very productive in the passing game, while running back Quincy Forte is back after rushing for over 1,200 yards and 11 touchdowns. They're very stout on both sides of the line of scrimmage, but defensively, the big news is the return of linebacker Ronnie Hamlin and defensive back Tevin McDonald. And in the Eagles' 3-4 defense, the back 7 brings a lot of speed and athleticism, which will once again give teams problems. The question on this side of the ball is at cornerback, where young guys like Jake Hoffman and Victor Gamboa will have to play big-time ball alongside Frank Cange, who's a junior, while the other 2 guys are freshmen. Now, here are some coaching points for both teams in this ball game. For Sam Houston State, quarterback Jarrett Johnson has to play great situational football. That's third downs, 4-minute offense, 2-minute offense in the red zone. If he can do that, they can have some success this week on the road. And the pressure must come from within. Remember, Vernon Adams is not only an excellent passer, but a guy that has tremendous athleticism that can extend the play with his legs. You have to keep that pressure A-gap, B-gap while playing contain on the outside. And you want to beat them with formations. Like I mentioned earlier, Eastern Washington runs a 3-4 defense. You want to widen out that defense with double tight end sets, multiple bunch sets and formations and motions. Try to create opportunities for yourself in the running game as well as in the passing game just by formations. I think they can have a chance to knock off the Eagles. And for Eastern Washington in this ball game is simple. Dictate the tempo and the pace of the game. You control how fast you want to play and what type of style you want to play, and that would disrupt a young defense over there in Sam Houston. And you have to win on first down defensively. They can run the football. That's going to be a given this year. 4 starters returning on that offensive line for Sam Houston, and you have to be able to stop the running game, and it starts on first down. And quietly, Eastern Washington probably has the best special teams unit in the FCS, so they have to excel in the third aspect of the game, the most important element of the game that continues to get overlooked by football teams. And if they can do that, I think they have a great chance of opening up the season with a victory. Now, here are some pro prospects you want to keep an eye on in this ball game. For Sam Houston State, Keyshawn Hill should get the opportunity to carry the load this year and should put up some big-time numbers. And Gary Lawrence, coming back from injury, is a huge addition to that defense. He has a lot of quickness on the inside. And for Eastern Washington, you look at Tevin McDonald, the former UCLA Bruin, a guy that has tremendous range from sideline to sideline. Ronnie Hamlin, outstanding linebacker, also returning back from injury, a tremendous player inside the box with the athleticism, drop back, and pass coverage. Vernon Adams at quarterback, only a junior, but definitely one of the dynamic players you'll see in the country regardless of division. And keep an eye on running back Quincy Forte, an outstanding tailback at 5'11", 200 pounds. The X factor for the Bearcats will be their secondary. Outside of senior safety Mitchell Wade, there are some questions at the cornerback position, and guys like Mikael Everett and also Trenier Orr, they're going to have to step up and play big-time ball versus this outstanding receiving core of Eastern Washington. And for the Eagles, the X factor will be their linebacking core: Samson Ebukam, Ronnie Hamlin, Cody McCarthy, Micaiah Zamora. Those guys have to be a force versus the running game because they're going to see the run probably first, second, and sometimes third down versus Sam Houston. Safety Keith Davis was an outstanding player for the Bearkats from 1998 to 2001, a three-time All-Southland Conference performer, an All-American as a senior, and finished his career with 339 tackles and was named the Southland Conference All-Decade Team for the 2000s. W.B. Reese was one of the best coaches in program history, coached there from 1930 to 1946, compiling a 66-29-9 record, but also coached the track team as well as the basketball program and was an outstanding coach in those two sports as well. I like Eastern Washington in this ball game. I look at their quarterback play with Vernon Adams, outstanding passing game, hitting the ground running in week 1. I also look at the defense getting back great players in Hamlin and McDonald at the second and third level, which will be key moving forward. So right now I have these guys being a little bit ahead of Sam Houston State, and I think they'll open up the season at home with the victory. And also, don't forget to check out every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, College Football Now on our Football Game Plan Radio Network, located at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan.